and welcome back. It's lovely to have your company here on our YouTube channel. The video that you're about to see was recorded live in front of a live audience, and I'll be responding to comments throughout. This week I'm looking at layering, and we explore how to create the perfect layer or neck mess. Let's listen in. Friday nights! Woo! Hi everybody! Happy Friday! Lovely to have your company on this beautiful Friday evening in April. Oh my goodness. And it's been so lovely to see so many of you this week as well. Been doing a little bit of shopping, we've been braving the weather. A bit wild here in Derbyshire this week. It's been very stormy, but today's been absolutely gorgeous. Still very cold, but it's very nice and bright. I'm here live with you tonight to show you some fabulous jewellery. I'm going to be looking at layering today and how we can use different size and shape pendants to give a fabulous layered effect. I know some of you have been experimenting with layering already and you're enjoying it, which is fabulous to see. Hi Pauline, happy Friday. Lovely to have your company. If you are watching live with me tonight, then do pop a comment down below, say hi. I can't wait to welcome you to our friendly little group. Tonight also we're going to be having a look at some of April's birthstone. That's diamond. I've got some gorgeous diamond rings to show you, and let me know how your week's been as well. Hi to Sarah, happy sparkly Friday. So the layering look has been around for a little while now. It's not going anywhere. We're sort of taking that. It's a nice way to take the minimal look that's really trendy at the moment and make it into a bigger look. And for me, it means that I get to wear more jewellery, which, woohoo, hooray, I love to do. So if you can't choose your pendant in the morning, never fear. You can just put all of them on, and it's trending, and it's called neck mess. On Instagram, if you've had a look at that hashtag, it's great for a layering inspiration. Good evening to Linda, happy Friday, lovely to have your company. Pauline says, I did a layer of 2 and had quite a few compliments. Oh, amazing, that's great. One of the layers was a piece of, oh yeah, that's a brilliant piece. A piece to layer. I've got mine on today. So I've got some pieces that I'm going to show you. One of them's a new piece, and we'll look at how you can kind of mix it in. And that's the great thing with this look, is that you don't necessarily, and I can't believe it's me saying this, but you don't necessarily need new jewellery. I know, it's a shocker, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure you'll want some because I know that you're all like me, but you can use the existing pieces in your jewellery box to layer, and it's great. So you can kind of start this right now, this evening. You can put on your layers and have a little bit of a go, and then you can go and wear them tomorrow for the weekend. Great. So I'll show you the layer that I've got on tonight. I'll just tilt you a little. Hold on, there we go. So I've started with the way I like to layer, so that's the way that I'm going to show you tonight, is because of the way we've chatted before, haven't we, about how my brain works, and it's sort of, for a fairly chaotic person, my brain quite likes to be ordered, and in the layer it's like having to wear the blue john with the dark at the bottom. I've just got to do it, and with the layers I have to wear my smallest at the top. I don't know, I just have to. Perhaps one day I'll try something different, but tonight that's the way we're going to look. So we're starting with something very, very tiny. So tonight at the top, I've got my initial pendant. So I wear the initial A. Adam is convinced that it's for Acorn and Adorn, but of course it's for Adam. Of course it is. And that's the letter A in there. And our floral initials, if you haven't seen these are all in silver, and they've got little yellow gold vermeil flowers on, which are very, very pretty. So that's my top layer tonight. And then further down, good evening to Jeanette, happy Friday, lovely to have your company tonight. Further down we've got the peace stuff, so the peace collection that I did as a charity collection for Ukraine, and that's my centre layer tonight. I've just done a very basic layer, as you can see, just 3, and then my big blue john fob at the bottom. Now because it's me, I like to match earrings with one of my layers, so tonight I've matched with my biggest pendant, and I kind of tend to do that, but I was thinking about it as I was thinking about the inspiration for the show tonight, and I thought, I wonder why I wonder why I always seem to match my earrings with the bottom layer, but usually it's because I wear a gemstone on the bottom layer. And again, I just like to add a little bit of colour in that way, which is great. The other great thing about this is once you get used to layering and you've got your top 2 layers sorted, you can just swap your bottom layer over and it changes the look completely, which is a great way to do it. So let me show you how to put a little layer on. So we'll start by taking all of these off, and the nice thing about layering is that you just get to have fun with it. So there's no right way to layer, there's no wrong way to layer. It's just, yeah, just have a little play and have a little bit of fun. But I'm going to give you some of my top tips tonight. So let me know how your week's been. Have you been having a good week? Or have you've sort of been dodging the weather? I know quite a few of you have been working this week. Quite a few of you got big lists as well this week. You've had lists of things to do that are just as long as my arm. So I hope that if you've had a list week this week that you've got through your list. I'm fastening these as I'm taking them off, best practice, and then they won't get tangled there. Okay, so we've got, we're ready to layer. So Linda says, unfortunately, you cannot stay on for long. On your way to cacti and succulent meeting? That sounds amazing. Oh, I'm very jealous. Have a fab time. That sounds great. Catch up tomorrow. Oh yeah, of course. You can always catch up here on Facebook, and I put the entire show over on YouTube as well, so you can catch up over on YouTube. But succulent and cacti meeting sounds great fun, and it's the right time of year as well, of course, isn't it? Because it's just the sort of coming out of winter. Yes, my succulents have had a nice long bath. My cacti have had a little spray and they're ready for repotting. That'll have to wait till after my holidays though. Yeah, while we're on the subject, my holidays, there will be no live next Friday or the Friday after because I'm away for a fortnight from Sunday. More on that later. So, your layers. When we're looking at layering, it's the big thing that I get from a lot of people is that your chains get tangled and you kind of get in a real mess. Now, the best way to deal with that is to use a different type of chain on each of your pendants. So I'm just smiling to myself because the pendants that I've got to show you tonight that are going to look great as a layer have all got the same chain, so I'm not keeping to my own rules there, but the pendants that I'm wearing today have got different ones. So a great way to stop them all tangling up. Linda says gardening and crafting. Oh, that sounds amazing. What an amazing start to the weekend. That's a very good idea. So my base layer today has got a nice thick snake chain. Now I do keep these in at Adorn now, so if you're in need of a snake chain, then you can come and see me. They're not on the website yet. I keep meaning to do a chains section on the website, so let me know if you'd find that interesting if you shop online rather than in the shop. And if you'd find chains interesting, useful is the word that I was looking for. If you find that useful, then let me know and I'll add that as a section. So a nice thick snake chain. The snake chains of course are smooth, and when you're starting with your layering, base layer first. So your longest pendant first, which kind of feels a little bit counterintuitive, doesn't it? But that's the way I've found it's easiest to get on without causing too much of a sort of a tangle. So that layers on. Then we're going to put on our mid layer. So the mid layer that I've got is my piece dove, and that's on one of our super popular dotty chains. You absolutely adore these chains, and I do too. It was one of those pieces that I saw and thought, oh, I love that, and I kind of thought that you would as well. But it's always nice to know. So this, my base layer, my bottom of my layer is sitting at about 20 inches. And that's just because of what I'm wearing today. I've actually daringly unbuttoned a button to show you my full layer today. In the shop, I had a button so you could only see my top 2 layers, which again, as I've said before, you don't always wear jewellery for other people. Sometimes we just wear jewellery for ourselves. So even though you can't see it necessarily, so other people can't see it, doesn't mean that you shouldn't wear it. So there's the second layer gone on. So that's the middle. And as you see, we're working up the neck, and my second layer today is sitting a little about 18 inches there or thereabouts. And Linda's, you're loving your pea stuff. Oh, thank you. And thank you for supporting that collection as well. They're lovely, aren't they? And lovely to wear as well. Nice and smooth and a nice length too. I just think they're fab. So that one's just snuggling in there. And I like to sort of tell the story of my layers going down. So I often have in a kind of a V. This one, the next layer that I'm going to put on, is going to overlap a little. And you'll see what I mean. So you can sort of just have them all in a nice V, or you can have them overlapping if you want. So you could have that one a little longer if you wanted to. But I like, when I'm wearing layers, to make sure that you can see each layer. That's just me. Again, have fun with it when you're having a play about. And a good place to start is to start to decide what you'd like as the bottom layer, so as the feature. So my Blue John's the feature today with my Blue John earrings. And I know you're going to be so shocked, but I'm not wearing a suite today. Blue John pendant, Blue John earrings, but moonstone bracelet, I know, and labradorite rings. Who even am I? It's not all matching. I like to just mix it up a little bit. And it's a colour palette. So we've got it's sort of a blues colour palette, nice and soft blues and purples. Anyway, I digress. So then we're going to put the top layer on, and the top layer is my teeny tiny initial pendant. And because it's 3, I don't need to go too teeny tiny, so she's nice and dainty, but she's not the smallest pendant that we do. I'm going to show you a smaller one in just one moment, and we'll pop that one on, and then that's going to make the very, very top layer. And then this way, because we've popped her on last, we've not had any tangles, and she's just going to sit nicely. And as you can see, she overlaps ever so slightly with the pea stuff there. So if you wanted to, you could wear her a little bit higher. So not quite that short, because she's a pendant, but you could go about there if you wanted to. She's about there today. And then if I really wanted to add a little bit more onto that look, I'd add a choker on. I'm now wishing that I brought my choker down to show you what that would look like, but I'm sure you can imagine. So you could have a choker right up here as well. But 3 pendants, and you've got a super duper layer there straight away. So you'll have to show me your pictures if you have a little go at this layering trend in Adorn Share Your Sparkle Pics. Jeanette says, love my moonstone bracelet. Oh, Jeanette. She was supposed to be yours, wasn't she? She's absolutely gorgeous. Love moonstone. Love, love, love. Let me tell you, actually, the bracelet that I'm wearing tonight, I do have her twin. So, for those of you who were saying, oh my goodness, I love your bracelet, I have one. And honestly, I need to put her on display because I keep trying to pick her up thinking that she's mine. Even though I'm wearing mine, that's the kind of week I've been having. I keep going, oh, I've got a bracelet. Oh no, she's not. And yeah, so I'll show you this bracelet. I'll feature her in another show because she kind of deserves a show of her own, I think, along with some of her gemstone friends. But if you just can't live without a bracelet like this, then you can come and see me because I've got the other one. So I'm off on holiday on Sunday. So tomorrow is the last day at Adorn and at Acorn. So I'll be over at Adorn from 10 till 5 tomorrow. Adam at Acorn from 10:30 until 4. And then we're off for 2 weeks. So if you desperately need jewellery, come and see me because we'll be closing the website and both shops as well for a fortnight. Let me tell you about the new pendants that I'm in love with this week. Surprisingly for me, because she is so teeny tiny. It's our new bee motif disc pendant. Oh, Linda, bye for now. Have a great time. Enjoy your succulents and cacti. Oh, that sounds like great fun. Great fun. There we are. So this is our teeny tiny bee motif pendant. She really is teeny tiny. She's new on our website today. Let me put her against my fingernail just so you can see how small she is. She's smaller than a 5 pence. She really is tiny. So if you're a minimal person, then this is a great way to join in with the bee trend without anything too big or too clunky. And as we're talking about layers tonight, she is a superb top layer because she's so teeny tiny. Let's just put her on and then I will show you. And the pieces that I've got to show you tonight, the style pieces, are all in a yellow gold vermeil. So silver underneath and yellow gold over the top. So I could actually mix... I'm backwards. Could actually mix her in there if I wanted to, you see, and you'd have those nice kind of charms all sitting together at the top. And you could, of course, make her just that little bit higher as well. So if you did want her up at the top, then a 16-inch chain, and she'd sit really nicely there as a top layer because she's so mini. She's got a wonderful texture to her, and the bee is actually embossed. So the bee is a 3D bee. There's a tongue twister for you. And then the back behind the bee is all textured as well, and the part that fits on your neck is textured too. Let me show you. Let's bring that in. There we go. Can you see the texture behind? There, that's probably better. So that fabulous bee motif representing brightness and personal power. On that gorgeous dotty chain as well, again, super duper. And this piece is £25. And if you think that the dotty chain on their own are £20, that's actually a marvellous price, a marvellous price, in my humble opinion. There, so you can see. And she'd be a great piece for just wearing on her own, just a really nice simple piece, but she'd also be great, I think, as a top layer for your layering. And then if we were building up that layer, I would then add our Bumble Bee Locket. So this one in yellow gold as well, but I actually have this piece in silver too. So you can choose. Very slender inside this locket, so just room for a photograph or a little personal note. And of course, as I always do when I'm showing lockets, I'll remind you how to close a locket, is that you always close a locket on the edge there. That's it, never in the middle, always on the edge, and that helps the locket keep its shape. So that would then be my second layer. That's the bee locket. That one's £45. And then as a bottom layer, I would wear our golden bee. I love the shape. It's one of my favourite pieces. This is this is the one that I showed on the live, and I said to you, which one do you think I should have? Do you think I should have silver or yellow gold or rose gold? And you all went all of them, and now I've got all of them, and it's entirely your fault. So I have actually worn these together, and they do look pretty fab, although it is quite a statement look, even though the pendants themselves are small, 3 of them together. So I would wear that as a base. So let's see if we can add that on. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm breaking my own golden rule here, because the golden rule for layering is that you mix and match your chains, and that stops your chains from tangling. So this may all go awry very, very quickly, but let's face it, that's why you watch a live show, isn't it? So you can see there's no fancy editing here. If it all goes wrong, it all goes wrong. So let's take this base layer off as well. Oh, and that's worth a mention too. If you notice, when I put them on, I put base layer first, mid layer, top layer, taking them off, top layer, mid layer, base layer. And that's just the way that I found works really well, and it stops it from tangling. Pauline says, think I need one of those in silver. I know, they're amazing, aren't they? Absolutely amazing. So let's put them on. So if we were layering our bees, we'd put the biggest piece at the bottom. So the bee, and we'd just put this one on there as a nice bottom layer. I'm just about, there we go. You can just see that in the V of my dress. And then we'd put the mid layer on, which is the locket. If you can hear noise in the background, Heathcliff's, I don't know if your dogs do this or your puppies do this. Gandalf used to do this as well. They dig themselves an invisible hole when they're going to sleep. So he's digging in, oh, he's come in to say hello now. Hello, you good boy. He's digging himself an invisible hole, and we always say when he does that, it's going to be a cold night. It's a deep hole, it's going to be a cold night tonight, so he's digging himself in. And because I know that you will absolutely adore him, he's fine. He isn't cold. He just decides to dig himself a nice deep hole for reasons unknown. I think it's an instinct thing, isn't it, with dogs? It's really cute to watch. So there's the mid layer. That's the locket there. There we are. And then we put the top layer on. Hello, sweetheart. He's sitting in his chair. And the great thing about these dotties is that they've got their extenders on. So you can sort of clip them, mix them, match them. And the extenders are a reasonable size as well, which is something that I always check. Because quite often you get extenders that are, they'll extend, but they're tiny. And you can't sort of put them on any of the extensions because they're too tiny. So let me just see. I've got this, and then we'll put the top one on just to finish off that layered look. So we're putting it on as the top layer. So starting off with the base, working our way up to the mid, and then putting on our top layer. And then we're going to have a fabulous layered look. If I can find the hole to put my pendant on. If not, then we're just going to have a 2-layer look. And I'll hold the third so you can kind of see where that's going to go. And we've been seeing layering for a couple of years now, and we explored it on the live a little while ago, didn't we? And we're starting to see it. I was interested to see it on the catwalk again this season, which means that it's going to stick around for a while. And although we don't do fashion per se, we do like to do style, don't we? So we like to know, you know, what's on trend and just do it in our own way. There's the top layer. So that one's a little bit long. I think if I was there, that's how I would wear her. And so then you've got, and this would be a story layer, so all about the bees. So you'd have your mini bee at the top, and then your locket with your sentiment inside, and then your bee on the bottom as well. I would finish off that with our golden bee earrings on a hoop. Let's just take my blue John out so you can see properly where we are on that. You're smiling to see if I take out the right earring, aren't you? I have. There we are. So the golden bee hoop earring. And then because we're all about the layers, I would then add in some ear cuffs as well. So again, the ear constellation trend is huge at the moment. So as many ear cuffs as you can. This is going to be hilarious doing this backwards and on the other ear. So there we are. So we'd put that one on. I might go a bit bigger on that trend as well and put the garland on. So that's the little garland. I love that ear cuff. I've got that one in the silver. Tempted in the gold as well, especially as I'm going to put it on now. And then, so I probably bring the garland down because I've gone for the base as a plain. She's not going to play ball. Let's see. And ear cuffs as well. I was chatting to somebody the other day about ear cuffs, and I said it's all about practice. And if you're watching tonight, then you get to have a good a good laugh and go, oh, have you been practicing? And you start at the top with an ear cuff, top of your ear, and then roll down to where you want that cuff to be. So about there. Let's just open up a little bit. So you can open and close these ear cuffs. You want to sort of avoid opening and closing them too much. There. What did you do tonight? I watched Laura Jo attempt to put on an ear cuff backwards. It's not going, is it? This one is not going. But that's the garland anyway. So I'd probably go there, and then I'd do a little butterfly as well. And I might do the butterfly on the top. To which you're all going to say, well, is that because you can't roll her down? Yeah, I've lost it now. I've lost it. I'm going to show you though. I would put, so there's the base. And then the other two on the top of that. So then you'd have a layered neck, drops for your ears, and then an ear cuff layer as well. Ear cuffs always asymmetrical. Well, I say always, there's no rules, is there? But the look is asymmetrical. So just one ear for an ear cuff. So buy them singly, wear them singly. You could mix and match them up. And I know some of you sort of wear maybe one here and then two in your other ear, and you can do that. But it's all about the asymmetry with ear cuffs. So there are the layers. So that is how I would do that. Hi to Typhic, it's lovely to have your company. Hello to Georgina. Girl says, sorry I'm late to the party. You're not late, don't worry. You're worth the wait. Happy sparkly Friday to you too, girl. It's lovely to see you. So that's how I would layer. And we've got a nice nature theme going on there as well. Forgetting which ear. And then we'd have the, you know, the garland ear cuff in there as well, which would just look amazing, amazing, amazing. So just a nice way to play about. Try it tonight, or try it next time you've got a little bit of time with you. Just get some jewellery box out, lay it all out first. So you can see nice big bottom piece, and then a centre, and then a top layer. And go mad if you've got our choker. So this look you could finish off with our Adorn, the golden flat heart choker. That would look lovely as a top layer on there as well. And just sort of play about it. More is more with the layering look. And if you really, really get into it, then you can't go. It depends how chaotic you can deal with your look being, because honestly, with the layers that are out there at the moment, you could just keep going. And you wouldn't look out of place on the catwalk at all. You could just layer and layer and layer and layer as many as you want. Let me show you some diamonds. April's birthstone, and I've got some sensational diamonds. So all of the pieces that I've shown you tonight, the whole layered look here, the ear cuff, the garland ear cuff, the butterfly ear cuff, and the bee hoop earrings, they're all on our website, so you can go and have a look over there and have an explore as well. The mini disc is new on, so that's gone on today. Now these diamonds I love. So we chatted last week about moonstone being the alternative birthstone for April. The traditional birthstone for April is diamond. So if you're a diamond, if you're an April birthday, then you are a diamond. And one of the nicest ways to wear a diamond, I think, is in a trilogy. Now the trilogy represents your past, your present and your future when you see it in jewellery. And I think that is just a wonderful sentiment. Quite a traditional setting. So a nice little castle setting. All set in claws. Really nice sparkly diamonds, and I'm sticking with my yellow gold theme tonight, and the band on this piece is a gorgeous yellow gold. We always put the setting in a white gold, and that's because not always, but we usually put the settings in a white gold, and that just makes your diamonds look even whiter, which is of course what you want, nice and sparkly. So this one is in an 18 karat yellow gold with an 18 karat white gold setting. We've just got over half a carat. I'm fibbing to you. We've got just over 1/4 of a carat. Apologies, in there. Over those 3 diamonds. So 28 points in all, in total. And just look at that fabulous sparkle. I love, love, love that piece. £1,195. So these are going to be over at Adorn tomorrow. So you can come and have a look. They're not online, but as always, if you see something that you can't live without, you can message me and I can arrange to get that out to you. I'm going to try them on my little fingers today. Some of these, there we are. Now this piece is very vintage. I think this is very deco. Just with that nice bezel setting, also known as a rub over setting, so you can just rub your finger over there. Nothing like a claw. Your diamonds are set into the band. You've still got this setting at the side to let the light in. She's not showing up brilliantly there. I'll just pull back a little bit. And you can see the sparkle in there as well. The same carat weight here as well. 28 points, so just over a quarter of a carat in there. On 18 carat white gold, this one. And she's £1,300. Let me just bring her in so you can see. There we go. I love that. I love the different shapes as well. I love the fact that you've got that gorgeous princess in the middle and the rounds on the outside, and it's that really, really make this piece, I think, very, very deco. And then a slightly different setting, almost a tulip setting on this next piece. So a trilogy again. And you can see, if I bring the setting up there, like sunburst rays, showing all that diamond off at the side there. Nice and secure, a fairly not overly high setting, this one, although she is raised from your finger. I'll put her next to my engagement ring and then she won't look like a high setting at all. So this one and the bezel set one that I just showed you, actually, if you're a more hands-on person, then they would suit. 35 points in this one, so just over a third of a carat on 18 carat yellow gold. And that one is £1,385. And then moving away from the trilogy, I really wanted to show you, I've been waiting to show you this one for a little while, and I think I might have shown you, anyway, let me show you. She's gorgeous. She is very, very vintage. Again, with that kind of deco feel to the sides, and you can just see, if I bring her in, she's doing her job being a marvellous diamond and bouncing the light everywhere. That's it. So you can just see those fan shapes on either side. Now this piece I created in platinum, and I've used a certificated centre diamond. So the diamond comes with a certificate for the centre. And sometimes I just see diamonds with the certificate and I fall in love with them for whatever reason. I hope you enjoyed that show, and maybe I've inspired you to have a go at layering as well. If I have, I would love to see your pictures, so let me know in the comments below. All of the pieces that you've seen tonight are available on our website, which is adornjewellerschesterfield.co.uk. Enjoy playing with your jewellery, and I'll see you soon. Bye!